Hey guys, good afternoon. Welcome back to another fantastic presentation by one of our B2 students from ILC English Institute. Hello, please, Mary. Welcome back. How are you? It's nice to have you here. We're gonna start. Please introduce yourself and introduce the topic to the audience. Good luck and go ahead.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm María de Los Ángeles. I'm a student at ILC Institute, and today I'm going to present the benefits of learning languages by English for children. I'm going to start with the introduce about importance of English in his children. Most parents are aware of how important it is for their children to learn English or another language, but few really know what advantages are of starting in this learning at an early age rather waiting for school age. It's necessary to know the wonderful benefits of learning in children foreign languages at an early age. In this case, the first benefit is greater ease of learning. If the child is younger and start learn English or another language, the easier it will be and the more benefits it will bring. This is because when we are children, we learn a language innately, and we don't have to make the necessary a voluntary for to learn it, but we acquire it as our brain structure develops. It is the perfect time to learn to feed it with information and linguistic stimuli. When learning English is done at a later age, the acquisition of knowledge is slower and more difficult. When learning English, children store information in the same area of the brain, but adults need two different areas when hinders the learning process. In this case, the first example is when children can receive the ability to read books of English in the future to be able to understand scientific articles or other research written in this language. The next benefit in this case is positive impact on mental health. Children who start learning of English from an early age will develop these brains so that they will have a greater capacity for concentration, greater agility and ability to solve problems, ability to multitask effectively. They will be able to communicate or more connection, to have more connection between different concepts, improve attention and memory. And in this case, the example is when children generate more, a better coexistence at home, but also at school with children. And this is because children receive more confidence about themselves and their knowledge. The next benefit is access to a globalized world. In this case, the child will have access to two different cultures, thus enriching his education and intellectual development. And they will have a more open mind towards the world when it comes to their relationship with others. This will make the child accept and be interested in other cultures and ways of different from his own. The child will have the child will be more opportunities to communicate with people of other nationalities. They will have access to a globalized world. Another important aspect is that it will be easier for these children can learn a new language. In this case, the example is when children can develop it will have more opportunities to know the different countries and cultures with the ease of communication. The next benefit in this case is a loss of shame. When child was young, are not ashamed of anything, so they can speak and practice English without fear by making mistakes, acquiring confidence and security in themselves. Therefore, it is good for our children to start learning before a feeling of shame develops in them and slows down the learning process. In this case, the example is when children can receive the capacity of by doing lectures or projects at school and put the language into practice. The next benefit is better academic results. By improving skills and intellectual capacities, children who master more than one language present a better intellectual capacity, a better problem solving, and greater understanding by structuring language. Therefore, in children it implies a significant improvement in their academic results as well as the understanding of different study subjects and getting them to enjoy their learning. In this case, the example is when children can receive recognition such as certificates and good grades in language-related subjects. Finally, the greater employability is the next benefit. If the child starts learning English, they will have access to a better job as an adult, and this opportunity will increase. The fact of having a good common English are skills and companies look for and value enormously. In this case, the example is when children in the future can access to the job of their dreams, such as a receptionist, a hostess, or translator in a lot of companies. And finally, like a conclusion, I could say that English is very important in our life because I can receive more opportunities in the job and the personal life. And I thanks for ILC Institute because I can improve my English and the different skills and abilities in this language.
Okay, Mary, thank you so much for this fantastic presentation. It was amazing. You did it. Good job. Thank you for sharing with us this valuable information, and I wish you the best. All right? Thank you so much. Bye-bye. See you the next time.